Welcome again, Dadhichi Toth here from astrology.com.au with your monthly horoscope. This is the introduction to May 2015 and thanks for joining me. You know, over the past I've talked a little about creative visualization, how you can actually lift yourself up out of the current situation that you're in and enjoy success, enjoy happiness. You don't need to sacrifice one for the other, although a lot of people think that that's the only way that you can get from point A to point B. And creative visualization is an interesting topic to me anyhow, because I think people mainly have it all wrong. And if we take a case in point, the book The Secret, all sorts of techniques are given for becoming wealthy, and almost like a mantra, I am wealthy, I am going to have $1 million. That's partly true, but I can only talk from experience because my understanding of the book The Secret and the proper approach to creative visualization is not so much repeating like a mantra, I am rich, I am healthy. One has to act as if. I'll give you an example. I've purchased 3 houses in my life and never once have I had the money to do that. In fact, the first house I bought, just after I signed the documents with the bank, I lost both jobs. I had to go back for the second interview, and I sort of, maybe you'd call it dishonest, but I didn't say anything about it. They didn't actually ask me, fortunately. But that act of courage, that acting as if you are wealthy, acting as if you have the money, that's the big step. That's the big difference between someone who's sitting there thinking I am rich for 20, 30 years, never becoming rich, doing all the prayers to the goddess Lakshmi or whatever angel you pray to. That's not going to work. You have to act in faith. And that, I think, is the true intent of creative visualization. In other words, do you like that car? Well, do you have the faith to go and buy it knowing you don't have the money to do it? And you're going to say, that sounds absolutely crazy, Dadhichi. Again, you have to practice these things. But what I'm saying is the moment you act in that absolute faith that everything is going to fall into place, then you are transmitting a very, very powerful signal to the universe around you. And that signal implies, number one, that you're deserving, and number two, that you have a belief that the universe will provide you absolutely everything that you need in this moment and beyond for what it is that you hope to achieve in that vision of what you want. The other important fact is that achieving your success in life requires a handwritten plan. And I say to my clients and my friends, if I went to an architect and said, listen, I want you to build me a home, or I went to my builder and said, I want you to put a house here, the first thing he'd ask me is, well, show me your plan. I mean, if I said, well, the plan's in my head, he'd say, well, I can't do anything for you. You need to put it in writing. And that's precisely the same mechanism by which the universal architect operates. You have to write down your plan. You have to write down specifics of what it is you want. And I say to people, the how shouldn't be worried about too much. What you need to concern yourself about is the what. By writing down what it is you want, when it is you want it, the whole mechanism of universe will start to operate in a most magical and mysterious way. In the how a person will turn up mysteriously from left of field. You think, how did that happen? You don't have to worry about the how. It will happen as long as you know precisely the what. It's the what that you need to understand so that the how can actually work towards it. The visualization, of course, helps, meditation, prayer, but these are secondary things to acting as if, that is having faith, that you can move forward and that everything you require is provided, and that you will find with some of the most successful people in the world. They do seem to be boldly fearless. They will do things and take risks that other people wouldn't dare to do. And I'm not saying you should be stupid, but I'm saying calculated risks, really well-informed risks are an important component of being happy, and using that coupled with your creative visualization to move forward into a successful life. We can talk more about this, and of course we have to tailor this to each individual, which is the beauty of astrology, looking at the horoscope, at the celestial environment at the moment you're born can show us the line of least resistance. What is it that you're working at? Are you really enjoying what you work at? You know, part of the problem is that people have this creative visualization of what they want in life, yet they're sort of working at something that is completely the antithesis of that. It's like saying, I want to go to New York, but hang on, why am I traveling to Los Angeles? You're never going to get to New York. You're never going to get to your goal if you're doing things that are completely the opposite. So it's important to establish what it is that you're great at, what it is you love to do. And then with that, set your plan in motion. Have your identifiable objectives and a timeline. And then, magically, it's not magic, it's a law of the universe. It's called process of action, reaction, process of karma. It will indeed happen, and I hope it does. Join me again. In a few moments you can read your horoscope at my site or see the visuals here. We've done the videos for each of the 12 star signs, and I'll be here again next month. Looking forward to your company. In the meantime, join me at astrology.com.au as well. Bye for now.